Hey everyone, it's Jen. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I wanted to share some projects I made with the latest release from KSCraft. I am on the design team and KSCraft came out with some great new dies this month. There's some back to school items, mostly Christmas, so you can go ahead and get started early on your Christmas crafting. I will link all of the products that I used today down in the description box. These will be linked to the AliExpress store. I know Hannah said that there was a delay at Amazon at getting some of them listed on Amazon. So, you know, if you're looking for them on Amazon, that's why. She explains it all in a video, but they're available on AliExpress for sure. So I will show you the dies, take some measurements, show you my projects. If you have any questions, please let me know. And yeah, let's get started with these fun projects. And these are all gingerbread related. Gingerbread is very popular for crafting, for decorating. I love gingerbread stuff. A lot of you guys do too. So when I saw all the gingerbread available this month, I was so excited. So yeah, the first ones I used, well, some of the first ones I've used have been gingerbread. So this one is the gingerbread bag topper, the gingerbread man bag topper. And you can get either the small set or the large set, or you can get them both, but you know, they're sold separately. So on this side of my magnetic page is the small set. So it comes with two gingerbread man pieces that layer. There's a plain outer layer and then the stitched inner layer. And then it comes with the face, the eyes, and the mouth. Oops, sorry, bumped my tripod. Then it comes with a bow tie that has a layering piece, a couple of buttons too that have buttonholes. And then it has icing pieces for the limbs. And then this is the bag topper piece, which you cut out twice, and it does cut out a notch to hang it if you want to. And then it has the exact same pieces for the larger version. And I made them both, so I'll be able to show you both of those. I also used on some of these, one of the sets of words, the 2024 Christmas shadow words, and these are new this season also, or this month. So I used this one, which is merry and bright, but I didn't use the shadow part. They all come with shadow parts. I just used the words. So I used merry on one and I used bright on another one. So it's nice and versatile. You can keep them together or use them separate. And then it also comes with candy cane wishes. It comes with mistletoe kisses, cookie tester, and Santa's helper. So I'll use more of those in future projects, but I did want to show you all of them because I did use one set right now. All right, so here is one of the smaller ones that I made, one of the smaller bag toppers, and I think it came out so cute. Oh, I love it. I love his little face. I used some glossy black paper to cut out the eyes and the mouth, and then I used my gel pen to highlight the eyes. And I used my favorite basil cardstock, which is called Almond Cream, for the body of the gingerbread man, and I love the stitch detail that the die leaves. And I used Vintage Photo Distress Oxide to ink up the edges of the gingerbread man so it looks like a cookie more. And then I used I have these Jane Davenport palette, and it's the birthday suit one. I know it's discontinued. I got it on eBay a while ago, but if you have just like regular blush, you could use that too, you know, just like dollar store blush or whatever. But I used this color, I'm pretty sure, and applied it with the Q-tip. So that's what I use for that. And then I use some just plain white paper for the icing. And there's the word merry, and I cut that out of the same white paper and some dark green paper. And those buttons come from the die set as well. I cut out that from some red paper that I cut the outer layering piece of the gingerbread man out as well. And I also cut the stitched layer out of some brown foam that I got from Joann's, just to raise it up a little bit, make it look more like a cookie. And then for the bag topper part itself, I cut this out of some paper that I had from Scrapbook.com. And I cut one of the tabs off because you cut this part out twice, and then I glued the other tab to the back piece, and then you just have a folding bag topper like that. So that's the first one, the bag I just left, or the back I just left blank. Let me measure this for you. And of course you don't have to put the gingerbread man onto the bag topper. You can use it separately, which is really nice. This is about 3 inches tall, and it's a little bit over 2 inches across. So I just love how that came out. Love the traditional colors. I also made this out of pastel colors. So this one I did a little bit more glitzy. My air conditioning just came on, if you heard that. So the background piece of the gingerbread man I cut out of some white glitter paper from Joann's, and I used that same paper for the icing. And then I just used some glitter shimmer papers, or glitter papers actually, for the bow tie and for the buttons. And this one I didn't put a bow tie on because it had the word Mary. And then I used some more Scrapbook.com paper for the bag topper itself, which is super cute. This is from their, I think it's from the Gingerbread paper pack, and it's double-sided, which makes it really nice. And this one was double-sided as well. This is from that new paper pad I got from Scrapbook.com. And then for this one, instead of, see on the one that I showed you before, I cut out that one layer out of the tan foam. This one I cut out the foam out of teal foam, but I cut it out of the stitch layer as well, but I put it underneath the outer layer just to kind of raise it up a little bit. And I didn't want you to be able to see the teal foam looking on it straight on, but I thought it'd be a nice surprise peeking out from underneath. So it's a little bit smaller than that glitter layer, so you can't, see it looking at it straight on. I don't know, I was just playing around to see how to put them together. So this one, I mounted the whole thing on the foam, including the outer layer, that outer glitter layer, and this part I just mounted the cookie part onto the foam and then put the red layer right onto the bag topper. If you could see the difference, you could do it any way you want. I was just playing with different ways. So that's my smaller bag topper, and then the larger one, here's the traditional color version, and you could see the size comparison. Very similar, I just used the word bright on here. I did use a bow tie on this one, just one button. And yeah, everything's just a little bit bigger. So let me measure the bigger one for you. So this one is a little bit over 4, maybe 4 1/8 inches tall, and then side to side it's about 3 inches. So just depending on what you want to use them for. Again, you don't have to put it onto the bag topper. You could just use the gingerbread man as an embellishment as is, and I think those are super cute. I also made a bigger version in the pastel colorway, so that's what that one looks like. This one I put the bow in her hair and just different colored buttons. So very cute, same way I did the foam on that one. And yeah, I just love them. I love the little expressions on them, right? Aren't they cute? Okay, so that's that project. Let's move on to the next two. So this one is called the Large Gingerbread Man Shaker, and it is large. You could make this into a mini album easily because it's really, really big. Let me just measure the die for you before I show you my project, because my project is a little bit different. Okay, so the die from cut line to cut line is about 6 1/4 inches top to bottom. And then side to side, it's about 5, almost 5 1/4. So it's really big. And if you make it into a shaker as it's designed, you can fit a lot of shaker goodies in there, which would be really fun. It comes with a bow tie. It comes with a bow with the tails coming down as well. It comes with, these are the icing pieces here, these figure 8 ones, and then it comes with all sorts of different eye layering pieces and buttons, so you can mix and match them any way you want. It comes with a cute smile as well. So I decided to make mine into a sewing project, and I think Hannah had mentioned that in her video, and I thought I really wanted to try that. So I didn't use the frame die, I just used this die, and I cut it out twice out of some felt, and it worked fine with felt. In my die cutting machine, I just ran it through once and it cut out the felt. So very easy to use with your fabrics. Don't forget about that. It doesn't have to be with paper. And yeah, let me just show you it because I think it's adorable. So this is what I made, and I used some tan felt that I have in my stash, and then I used white felt for the icing pieces and for the bow. And okay, so the way I did it, I cut this out twice, like I said, and I stacked them on top of each other. Felt is really good to use for a project like this because it doesn't fray and it cuts easily with a metal die. If you want to use regular fabric, you're going to have to fuse it to some interfacing first. You can do that, and that way it will it won't unravel. So anyway, I use felt because I like that for gingerbread cookies anyway, and I stuck them together and then sewed a blanket stitch all the way around with some pearl cotton. If you're familiar with embroidery or you're just getting started, it's a very easy stitch to do. So I stitched most of the way around and then stuffed it with some fiberfill stuffing and then sewed it closed. And then I glued on these icing pieces with some fabric glue, and I used this one, E6000 Fabrifuse. It's extreme stretch. I don't remember where I got it. I think Michael's, but I like it because it has a fine tip, so I was able to just, put glue on these pieces really easily. So I did that. I sewed on a couple of buttons for eyes. I did die cut out the mouth from the die set as well as the bow. I did sew on a little button here as well, a heart button. And then I had this piece of homespun in my stash. I tied around her neck as like a little scarf. And then I had this little gingerbread cookies stamp, and I made a little tag and put a garment pin through the scarf just to, make it look cute. And I added some more of that, of my pastel for the cheeks to make it look like a little rosy cheek. And I think it's so cute. This will be a really nice accent, I think, in a craft room or just like in a gift basket or something. So yeah, that's what it looks like. So don't be afraid to use your dies for fabric projects. And if you want to learn how to sew, just Google how to sew a blanket stitch. And YouTube is a great way to learn how to do the stitches because you can watch somebody do the stitches, and I think that's a lot easier than reading how to do them. So yeah, it's just really fun to do. And you don't even have to do a blanket stitch. You could just do a running stitch all the way around, which is, in and out, in and out. So that makes it really easy as well. So that's that one. And then I used this set to make a smaller one. This is another new die set for the month, and this is the small gingerbread man. It's similar to the shaker, except that it doesn't have the frame to make it into a shaker, but it has this base piece, and it has the eyes and mouth and different kinds of bows and icing and buttons, and just very similar to this one. So since I wasn't making a shaker anyway, it's perfect to make it into a little fabric project. And this one I made a little pastel gingerbread person. And this is she, isn't she cute? I made her with some pink fabric or pink felt, and you can see the size difference. So, just for different uses, I think, different accents. So yeah, pink and white felt again. This one I glued on some buttons because they were just too small to stitch on. And then these are little buttons as well, tied on a piece of satin ribbon, just a very thin, I think this is 1/4 inch ribbon. And made it the same way. It came together super quick. I forgot to add some blush. I'm going to do that after this video. But that one's really cute too, right? So let me measure this. I'll do this and then I'll measure the die because this doesn't give you a true representation of the size. So this is about 3 1/4 inches top to bottom, and then about 2 5/8 across, 2 1/2 across. So let's see how close that is to the actual size. So it's about 3 1/4 by, okay, a little bit over 2 1/2. So it just, because it puffs up a little bit, it shortens it. So those are my 2 little felt projects. I think they came out so cute. I liked both the different color combinations. So I hope you liked my gingerbread projects today. Again, all of these will be listed down below. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'd love to hear what you think about these. So please leave me a comment if you have a chance, and I will be back soon with more crafty videos. Until then, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Take care, everyone. Bye.